This poem is for every woman who has been too ashamed to talk about her experience with abortion, and for all of the people who are still fighting for reproductive justice around the world. This piece is called Why We Hold Our Tongues. To say I had an abortion is to join a blood coven, to become sister with the worst of our ilk, sister with the one that strapped hers in seatbelts, sent the car skipping like rocks to drop in a lake, sister with the hand that pressed her 5 children to the liquid casket of a bathtub. This is to say, I know how people will clutch their grace until I bring them an amulet of sorrow. How this hive expects all my cells turn regret, if not a baby, at least bring us the surrogacy of your shame. To say the word abortion is to say I am a shamed thing, a womb turned urn. It is to say I killed, died, am dead as I speak to you now. Even my teeth wish to flee my mouth, the leper of my gums. Say I am liar, I must be liar. Please be liar if I say I'm not sad. To say I'm not sad is to say I'm monster. I am heartless as tile, a physician's claw, a food made rancid by its own hand. Can you smell my stink? The rotting of me. To say I called the clinic on a Tuesday, made an appointment for Wednesday morning, is never to say I was 19. He was 19. Our teenage mothers began dissolving our futures in crack pipes when we were 5. Never did he wash the dishes of American dreamers until his hands calloused. Never my wince at their touch. Never that a black girl's tuition for a better life is 14-hour workdays plus classes, lest the glass slipper fairy tale of a stripper's pole, an old man's semen find her. Never that I almost chose an old man's semen. To say, when the nurse handed me a photo, a marble of tissue growing, I only asked if I would feel better when it was over, is never to say we would have just been another thing for you to hate. A nigger baby food stamp tick, a fat lazy breeder, a deadbeat prison number, a white trash trailer hitch, a rape, a black boy with a gun and no daddy, a bitter exhausted nail, holding up our own crucifixion, a thing to pity, promote, donate to, a poverty gutter to collect your own reigning self-esteem in. To say that I cried for my best friend as I pulled my panties down and climbed on the table is to sever the stitch of shame, to let the milk of this choosing spill from me until I am fresh vessel. It is to unleash my hands bound in penance to the unhelpful, the watchers with only burrs to give. To say the doctor's face morphed to his soft cotton, but his voice was a crisp steel speculum, is to release the pigeon of truth from its cage so that it might return dove. To say that I could smell the 20 crimson shades of escape running down all the women's thighs in the recovery room is to say I am both seer and historian, conqueror and scared teenage girl 13 credits shy of statistic. To say I have never spent $350 more wisely is to hang my 2 degrees in a house whose shoulders refuse to slump, to stare down the brick and backhand of this world without reproach, in a land that would sooner fuck or forget us, that would rather see me orphan than owner of my own flesh. To say that I did not choose to keep that which I know would have been beautiful and brutal is to say unashamedly that I did choose life, to say unapologetically that I did choose life. Mine.